Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Otakuz podcast.
Woo!
I was like, the other day I was thinking about this, and I was like, we need like an intro, and I feel like, I feel like it's like, I say we are, and you say the Otakus kind of thing.
So it'd be like, we are, and I just come in, the
Yeah,
otakus.
yeah, kind of like how you normally do, like your intro.
Hey, I'm here for that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here for that kind of energy.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so we are.
The otakus.
Let's go. My name's Chandler with the Z, and joining me as always is.
It's your boy, the uncrowned otaku.
Yeah, and we're here today to run what we like to call the Gauntlet.
Oh,
It's where
absolutely.
we take a character that we both thoroughly enjoy. I guess it doesn't have to be a character we thoroughly enjoy, but it's a character that we definitely enjoy, and we
Yeah, at
run
the
them.
very least, interesting.
Yeah, and at least has like interesting discussions to be had. Like it's not just going to be a one-off, like one versus one. Like they only have one matchup. It's like there's a bunch of matchups that could work for this character that would be fun to see.
Absolutely. This one has me super interested because it's going to be a character that is a fan favorite right now.
Yeah, absolutely a fan favorite. And today we are discussing the
Your
main,
boy. Go
the
ahead.
honored one, Gojo Satoru. Whoops, I messed that up already.
Yep, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
So the thing is, Gojo right now, all the hype around him, the man is literally wrapped in infinity. Who can stop him? We're gonna figure that out for you.
Yeah. One sec. There we go. Okay, I just needed that transition. Anyway, off to a great start, as always on my end. So today we're running through a gauntlet of 5 people versus Satoru Gojo. Is it Sataro?
Satoru.
Satoru.
Gojo Satoru.
Okay. Anyways, so Gojo's. We're gonna be talking about these 5 characters, and we kind of wanted to make it like, all right, instead of being like, all right, where does he stop? It's like we're gonna go like he gets to battle each one at least once, and if he dies to one of them, we Dragon Balls him back to life, and he gets to fight the next one.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, and they're fictional characters. So it's like we could just talk about this like it's not like definitive, you know. It's just
Yeah,
us just it's just us going what we know based off of these characters and saying like how we feel. Although this one I feel like is it definitely is put in order of easiest to most difficult and like
I think so.
yeah. So the first one on the list today,
Hit us with it. Who can beat Gojo?
can Homelander beat Gojo?
No,
Absolutely not.
no.
There's nothing Homelander can do to even touch Gojo. I don't. I like. I saw this one on like a wiki or something, and I was like, "Why is this even like a debate? Like, it's not like,
He
like,
said, "Yes, bro."
yeah." One sec. Whoops, my bad. My bad. Keep going.
No, you good. I think this was easier than we thought. Homelander, nothing Homelander has is going to penetrate that defense. That's the key. And I
Yeah,
think that's what it boils down to. Does he have anything that can penetrate Gojo's defense? Laser eyes? No. He's not even as strong as Omni-Man or Superman, so his strength? No. His speed? Solid speed, but no, not fast enough.
yeah.
And
It's
then
just
Gojo?
it's not gonna be like I would say physically. I think Homelander could be faster and like physically could hit harder than Gojo, but that would be like me using Gojo without cursed energy and cursed techniques.
Facts. You
Yeah,
can't do that.
yeah,
You would
like
be holding that, man.
it's like those debates where they're like, if Goku was human, could he beat these people? And I'm like,
But he's not
but
human.
he's not
That's
human.
the whole
Like,
thing.
yeah, yeah, like I forget what it was, but there was like a debate like Goku versus like it was like Baki, but it was like but it's just fighting skills, not overall power. And I'm like, well, Goku still has like no, it was like no powers, just hands. And in my brain, I'm thinking if they were just saying it's just hands, Goku still could punch a mountain down.
Oh, easily,
Like that is,
easily.
and that is better than all the other characters that they have here. So, the post didn't say anything about equalized stats or anything like that. And I'm like, Goku would win. Like
If you have to dumb a character down, it's not worth doing a death battle. That's my mindset.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Like, oh, we're gonna limit him so that this other person has a chance, or find a new character.
Absolutely. All right, so I think we can definitively say that this is a Gojo dub.
Dub, 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 dub.
Ding.
And Gojo fights solo.
And the next fight is Gojo versus Shanks, the red-haired pirate from One Piece.
I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know a lot about Shanks.
Yeah, I put this one on here more for me. Similar to like, I have no. I there's other characters that like I could talk about. Shanks is a very like interesting character because we've only seen him do like a couple things in the show.
Right. We don't really know what his capabilities are.
But so it would really so there's a lot of things. One, it really depends on like because he has kind of like a what I like to call like a Bleach character. You know how like Bleach have like that spiritual pressure ability?
Oh yeah. Ryatsu.
Yeah, would like he has an ability to similar to that. And it's like one of the like first scenes we see him as in like the present day of One Piece, and it's not like a flashback. And he's walking onto Whitebeard's ship, and there's all these like low level Whitebeard pirates that are like just falling over, getting knocked the hell out.
Oh, is that his Emperor's Haki that I keep hearing
it's
about?
It's his Conqueror's Haki. So Conqueror's Haki, when you activate it, if somebody's willpower or like, yeah, if their willpower isn't strong enough, it'll just like they'll knock out. It's like the presence of you being there.
Okay, so, but people can stand up to it though without having Haki.
It's hard to. I don't think I've seen people stand up to it without Haki. Cause that's kind of so like the one thing is like Haki in Naruto. Woo, getting ahead of myself. Haki in One Piece is kind of like the great nullifier, like it's how you're able to like touch the Logia users, like the people that like are purely elements.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so they got to use Haki to get to them.
Yeah, so like, you got to Crocodile in One Piece, right? Or you at least got to Smoker. And those characters are like you punch through them because they just turn into their element kind of thing.
Oh, that's what that means. Okay.
Yeah, but Haki like negates that ability, so you can like punch up the person made of smoke.
Interesting. So it's a countermeasure, more or less.
Yeah, and usually Haki can only be countered by Haki. So I think in terms of like discussing this fight between these two, you'd have to equate Haki to cursed energy a little bit.
I think that would be a fair assumption.
So the question would then become, would Infinity consider the Conqueror's Presence Haki as an attack? Or would it bypass? I think Gojo has the will to stay awake during it, but would it be enough to like overwhelm Infinity? Like, would it be able to like break Infinity, or like hacks around it? You know what I mean?
I don't think it could break it. I don't think it would.
I think it could. I just don't think it'd be enough. Does that make sense?
Could Shanks? So even if he does that, if it's not enough, if Gojo does a domain expansion, can Shanks survive the unlimited void?
So, I think he could. Cause okay,
what?
So this is kind of like, I think unlimited void. If you're like equalizing Haki and cursed energies and cursed techniques, I think like the way that they both kind of work. I think that more depends on like maybe me needing more knowledge on how domain expansions work. But I feel like the reason, like, what Infinite Void is so strong is because it's like that's Gojo's like power, right? It's like coming from him, right?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, and it's because it's like the his blue eye, kind of the sixth eye or whatever.
Yeah, it's like you're staring into his eyes and you just start knowing everything.
Yeah, and I feel like so here's the one thing. Here's the actually before we even get into like could he survive it? I think it'd be near impossible for Gojo to actually get Shanks in Infinite Void.
Nah, you tripping.
No, no, no.
All he needs to do is have a radius.
What? How big can? What's the maximum radius that Gojo can use Infinite Void at?
That's a good question that I'm about to look up.
Yeah, because that would be like the really like defining thing. Because Shanks, his future, he with observation hockey, he has like insane future sight.
Okay, so they say it's about a 200 meter radius. So 400-meter diameter.
Okay, so let me put it this way. So you never got to Marineford, right?
Nah, I don't know what that is.
That's like where Whitebeard challenges the world government, right?
Is that where Ace dies?
Yes.
Spoilers, but y'all should have known that. Okay, I saw that part, but I didn't really see the fight.
If you watch us, you've watched Death Battle. Ace versus Natsu's a thing. You should go watch it. But yeah, it's that war that revolves around Whitebeard and the world government to save Ace, because Ace is a part of the Whitebeard pirates at that point in time.
That part I know.
Okay. So before that, the same scene that I talked about before with the Konkrasaki thing, Shanks went to Whitebeard and said, "Hey, I already see what's about to go down, and it's not good." Like part of Shanks going there was to like almost warn Whitebeard not to go to war with the world government, because
he knew that it was going to end badly for someone.
Yeah, and that's just like part of his future sight. I think like that.
How far can he see into the future?
That's a great question. Like I don't like. Okay, I know that the range of his hockey is kind of ridiculous, and I know that he sees like a lot of different things, and he keeps track of a lot of different things at the same time, which is like weird to me. But there is one scene that's been towards the end of like catching up to where we are right now, and so we're in the land of Wano. The war is over, right? And I think it's the new admiral, the one that replaced. There's a new admiral, and he comes to attack Wano, and he's got like the tree fruit or whatever. He turns into like a giant evergreen, basically, like an evergreen. That sounds
so lame.
It is kind of lame, but like he has all these like plant. It's basically think of like poison ivy. He's got all these like lame. He's got all these like plant based abilities, and he's like washing the floor with everybody because everybody's worn out because they just fought a war.
Oh, so he's capitalizing. He's the ultimate opportunist.
Yeah, and because Wano is not a part of the world government, nobody's gonna know about it. Like he could go through and wipe them all out, and the world would not know about it.
So is he kind of evil? It sounds like he's evil.
Let me put it this way: the world government is very sus in the world of One Piece. Like they do is kind of like sometimes what they do is not necessarily like to protect the people.
So they're morally corrupt.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
They come from a place of like almost like moral superiority. Like they like you never got you stopped after Alabasta, right?
Probably.
So wait, you made it to Jaya.
I don't even know what that means.
Jaya is the place before Skypiea. It's where Luffy fights the spring dude.
Probably not. No.
Okay. Okay. So wait, but you do know Crocodile.
I do know Crocodile.
And you know Crocodile is a warlord, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I also know he got worked.
Was he a warlord or was he just under the radar? No, he was a warlord, and he was doing. And he was using Baroque works to basically do his dirty work behind the scenes, right?
Sure, I'm with you so far.
The world government did know that he was doing stuff to actively try and take over the land of Alabasta, but they just didn't do anything about it because he was a warlord.
So his name just carried weight.
Pretty much. He was one of like the scariest pirates when they needed. So the whole reason that the warlords exist is so that the world government has like extra power against the emperors of the sea in the New World.
No. Oh, he's a lackey. Never mind.
And you'll learn this slowly about every warlord is that most of the warlords. I think there's 2 warlords that aren't just straight up like bad guys. But most of the warlords are like taking advantage. Actually, there's 3. They just kind of take advantage of the system of the warlords to like further their own goals.
I don't remember how we got here.
Anyways, it was about admirals being. It was the admiral was evil kind of thing, and so the world government is not 100%. So that's the thing about later in One Piece is there's a lot more like everything's a little bit more gray. Because like there are pirates that are evil and there are like Marines that are not good.
So it's really a free fall. Pirates can be good, Marines can be bad. Yeah, choose your favorite.
Basically, the way to think about it is the Marines, at their core, are kind of just like a giant, more organized pirate gang that's trying to make sure people don't find the One Piece.
And Shanks hasn't found the One Piece, which is why he would lose this fight.
So, Shanks actually has found the One Piece.
The One Piece doesn't exist. That's impossible.
No. Because he was with Roger when they found the One Piece.
And then Roger hid it before he died.
No, Roger just left it there.
I mean, I guess it would make sense that he should know where it is if he has future sight.
Yeah. He knows where it is, but I don't think he wants to find it.
Man, all this Shanks talk, we don't know nothing about Shanks.
That's like the hard part about this discussion is like we know like a few things about Shanks. 1, he's got insane future sight, and 2, his Conqueror's Haki's got like a ridiculous range.
So it's a question of can his Conqueror's Haki beat the infinity around Gojo, which I'm sticking with no.
I'm
and
thinking,
can his future sight prevent him from getting hit?
So I think it can, but I don't think it'll do anything. Because I think Gojo has a strong enough will that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
and then I'm thinking a hollow purple will disintegrate him.
Yeah, I could. I could see that maybe being a thing. I don't know how armament and purple would work, but I think if like atomizing, I think that would be a fair way to say.
Yeah, just bow. If Shanks is on his ship or something, just blow up the whole ship. Everything's evaporated. GG's. Yeah. At least for now, until I gotta see more from Shanks. I just don't know. I've heard rumors about him.
There's gonna be something in the anime soon that'll give you like a more visual thing for Shanks.
Yeah, I need concrete. This is who Shanks is, and this is why nobody will ever beat him.
Yeah,
I need to see.
Well, I think I think Luffy will beat him. Because Luffy's goal is kind of to fight all the emperors and become like the #1 emperor because he's going to be king of the pirates. But
I don't believe that either.
Yeah. You don't believe he's going to be king of the pirates?
No, bro. Luffy, nah.
You don't think Deku's going to be the greatest hero? Naruto's not becoming Hokage, you know.
Listen, Deku's currently getting beat up. Luffy is always perpetually lost. What do we say?
No, Zoro's
Naruto
lost.
Luffy's stupid. Zoro's always lost. Naruto has a son that doesn't respect him. There's so much going on.
Poor Naruto, man.
Okay, so I did get noticed. Shanks was on a ship, and he didn't go to the island with Roger's crew. So he might not know what
he didn't go to the island?
He did not. Shout out to Ace.
Interesting. I thought he... See... I know he was on the ship. I didn't realize he didn't go on the island because when I watched that scene in the show, like it just looked like everybody went onto the island. So I'm like, oh, so Rayleigh knows because like Rayleigh knows where it is, and Rayleigh is a guy that you meet like right after Alabasta and Skypiea. You meet him like a few.
Oh, white hair dude.
Yeah. He's the guy that teaches Luffy how to use hockey.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of him.
Yeah, he's cool.
he looks soft. I'll put the hands on him.
No, yeah, you get folded, my guy.
I hit it with a mean 1-2.
Dude,
what it do?
He's got the Kuwabara Hockey Conqueror's sword. Like he doesn't need a sword. He can like make one out of hockey. It's kind of crazy.
I'm gonna hit him with these spirit hands.
God, I can't wait till we can play Baldur's Gate. That'll be so much fun.
Man, that's gonna be a good time.
Anyways, so we'll make this. Well, I'll say Gojo wins, but we need to see more from
GGs.
Shanks to make it more official. You know what I mean?
2-0. My boy Gojo undefeated.
All right, next fight. We got this is the fight that actually kind of inspired this whole gauntlet, isn't it?
Yeah, because we were talking about could Yami slash him, which maybe he can.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe he can.
So
I was originally team no, but
so
circumstances have unfolded. That's making me lean towards Yami might be able to get at him.
yeah. So I think Yami does win this. And it's only because of, but also I don't know how canon that one episode is. So there is an episode where like all of the, what are there? Although the captains, that's what they're called. All the captains of the guilds, they have like a fight, right? Like it's like a friendly competition fight.
Sure.
And honestly, Yami's team is like gets hoed on the hacks.
Oh, not the Black Bulls.
Yeah, no. It's not. It's Yami gets teamed up with with like 4 other captains. Oh, okay. So it's like there's like 4 guilds, right? And so it's like one guild has the guy from the Golden Dawn, and the Dream Girl, and like the 4 like to me like the 4 strongest besides Yami get put on one team, and then Yami gets put with the other 3.
Oh, with Jack the Ripper, probably?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, is Jack the Ripper, the guy from the Purple Guild. I think it's called Purple Hermit. But no, wait, Purple Hermit is JoJo's.
It is Purple something. It might be Dolphins.
I don't remember. I just remember them being soft. Yeah. But, so, there's a point in this fight where they have one person, basically their goal is to, like, guard these crystals. And so they leave one person with the crystal to guard it, right? I think it's the one that's voiced by Urza in the English dub. The like blonde rose knight lady. I forget her name. Charlotte. Charlotte's her name.
I was gonna call her Blue Thorn.
Blue Thorn. I think that's the guild. Anyways, she's like defending the crystal, and Yami, Jack the Ripper, and their other teammate they get trapped in the dream dimension.
Oh, GG's. It's wraps. Well, Yami could break out of that. Well, no, if he
does break out of it.
Oh, okay.
It's not Yami could, he does, because that's how they get out of it. But they don't win the match.
So they spent too much time in the dream dimension, lost the match, but we did see Yami break through.
Nobody wins the match because Yami uses the dimension slash to break the dream realm and destroy both crystals at the same time.
Oh man, what a waste!
I know it was like one of these fights where I'm like, this is not a fair fight, and then Yami just does that and like totally negates the whole purpose of the competition. So, in a words, Yami won twice.
He could have soloed both teams.
Yeah, but so I think Yami could cut through Infinity. And
here's the thing: I don't necessarily know if if cutting through dimensions will cut through Infinity, because I think what was done was cutting through the planet. And Gojo's Infinity existed within the planet.
My bad. I should rephrase. I think Yami could cut through the domain.
Yes, I agree. He definitely could.
I don't know if any of his stuff can break through Infinity. I think he does have a counter to Hollow Purple.
What's countering Hollow Purple?
So they both have like atom destroying like attacks. Because Yami can like channel the shadow energy. And he did this towards the end of where we're currently at in the anime, when they fought Dante.
Oh, yeah.
He does that like where he focuses into like an orb and then like fences it forward. So it really depends but I don't know if that would even like break through Infinity. So it could be a stalemate.
How fast is Captain Yami? Because a good point is, could Gojo or Yami speed blitz one another? Because there
That's a
was a
good
scene
question.
in season 2, Gojo uses Infinite Void for less than a second, and he like decapitates like 200 curses or something. He just like goes around grabbing all the heads in less than a second. He's going
So
from like end of the subway all the way back, obliterating enemies.
yeah, so they're both definitely faster than light. Because and I'm using the scaling from Asta's death battle because I'm pretty sure Yami would scale above Asta in some cases, and this would probably be one of them.
Yeah.
At least when Asta's not in like his super devil trigger form or whatever they call it.
I
But
think even then, overall, I think Yami's stronger than Asta. Hot take.
no, I think. See, it's hard to say because Asta's a very his magic is very like his power is very interesting. Because in order for him to counter stuff, I think physically Yami is not as strong as Asta, but I think with magic, I think Yami is stronger. Like he's more powerful. But I think
he's
Asta
stronger
is
both
physically
ways.
stronger.
I gotta disagree with that, but we can have that conversation in another podcast.
But I don't think Asta would physically try to attack Captain Yami.
Oh, never. He respects him too much.
Yeah, and I think he's more scared of Yami too. Like
Yeah.
in that regard.
You see this picture? Yami got hands.
Yeah. And he's about to throw him too. You know what I'm saying? Yami Sukihiro. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going through. Yeah, he's relativistic to FTL.
So faster than light.
Yeah.
Okay, so they both should be faster than light.
Yeah. I think honestly they are equal in terms of like destructive capability. I think this is why this is like a really fun debate to have between these two because it's like they're both really close. And without going into like JJK spoilers for anime watchers, like I feel like this is close.
Here's why I think I give the edge to Gojo. Because Yami's win con is so specific, he has to use that slash to win. Gojo has black flashes, nice hands, red, blue, purple, and all of that can get to Yami. So it's like, can Yami get this one slash off before Gojo beats him up?
Yeah, Yami also has Mana Zone.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How strong is
that's another reason. These two characters are very similar for their own worlds. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen Manazon really help anybody in the show though.
So
like they gave us a little clip of it, and then it protected them from heat, but I've never seen it help in battle.
Well, so Mana Zone also allows you to like basically stand on air. So you know how like Gojo like stands on air sometimes?
Yeah.
That's what Mana Zone does in Black Clover. Like so like the parts where Yami so there's the fight with Dante towards the end of where the anime's at right now. And that fight is Yami and Asta are like jumping off air using their own specific versions of their aura zone. Cause Asta doesn't have magic, so he has to use anti-magic. It's really like that's one of the dumbest things, but it's also because he has his wing out so he can like fly around. But Yami is jumping off the air using Mana Zone, so it is part of his like movement and stuff, but it's also like part of his defense. But
how does it help his defense?
How's it help his defense? So
because they still be getting hit, everybody still be getting hurt. Like it just don't even exist.
So it's more like if he doesn't focus on it, it goes down. And so if he's like not expecting it to get hit from somewhere, he doesn't. But like his main defense, like in front of when he's like focused on it, is better. So I'd say Infinity is like a better version of Mana Zone, and Gojo can keep, as he did in like the second season of the anime, he learned how to refresh his brain with reverse curse technique. So I think Gojo has a better defense, while Yami might have like a little bit of more superior offense.
But now that you say that, Gojo's eyes can also see. Well, I don't know if it's the same for magic, but he can like see and manipulate cursed energy and stuff. That's like a thing with the 6 eyes. So he'd probably be able to see when Yami's about to charge up for his slashes.
Yeah, and I think Yami could technically do the same.
Oh yeah, Yami can sense stuff before.
Yeah, because he taught
Oh yeah,
Asta how
they're
to
even.
sense ki.
Yeah, they're pretty much. I think they're dead even. Gojo just I think has more ways to win. Yami's so
Yeah, I think
restricted to
Yami is
the
more
sled.
versatile. I think Gojo's better defense is gonna actually end up winning this.
Yeah, he'll
But
just wait it
it is
out.
one of those fights where I'm like, this could actually be like a good death battle.
I hope Death Battle actually does this. I would love to see this become an actual fight. This is
Yeah,
so interesting.
because I mean, it could come down to the fact that like Gojo's like main feats are like city block level in like he is above city block level, but like the biggest
That's
feats
all
that
he
we can
does. He
scale
blows up a
into,
building.
yeah, is like the big feats we could scale into is like Sukuna dropping the meteor, right?
Yep.
So it could be one of those things where it's like Yami scales his power level above that because of just like their continent level attacks sometimes. But I think Gojo's defense is just way better than Yami.
It's so stupid crazy.
Yeah, and I think that's just part of the flaw of Black Clover and its scaling, how fast it scaled. Not as fast as
Oh yeah.
God of High School, but pretty quick.
Dude, I hate God of High School. The anime and the manga went crazy. That's all I'm gonna say about that. What a
Yeah.
waste.
So I'm okay conceding this one to Gojo, but I think this one would be one that you could spend a lot more time on.
Fun fact, and I just learned this. You know who else would be a good fight? We don't have him up here, but while Yami's up here because we're talking about his sword, Kuwabara's sword also cuts space and time. That would
Ooh.
also be a good matchup. I
And
think.
you know who
And
else's sword cuts through space and time?
the comment section of the day. No, I don't know who.
Virgil from Devil May
Oh
Cry.
yes, Yamamoto. Oh, he would
I
win.
feel like we didn't think about a lot of like characters that can cut through dimensions and stuff as like matchups. We just thought of like matchups that would be kind of cool and have like similar feel and at least make it like somewhat even. But I think Gojo has a better defense and Yami has a better offense.
Yeah.
But I think they could both, take a beating, and this one would actually be fairly close.
Yeah, I think what it would probably boil down to is does Yami run out of magic before Gojo's defense gives way?
Yeah, before he finds a way around the defense for sure.
Yeah.
And I think 6 times out of 10, Gojo's gonna outlast.
My boy undefeated. That's 3 for 3.
All right,
That's
now
crazy.
comes to like honestly, the next one is like a real challenge.
Yeah, I think his streak's coming to an end soon.
Boom.
Oh yeah, GG's.
This
This
is Gilgamesh from Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night.
Let me tell you, I didn't know anything about Gilgamesh, so I looked him up, and one of his powers they had listed was causality manipulation. And I was like, I heard this word before. Let me find out what it means. He can make things that happen in reality not happen, and make things that didn't happen happen. So he
So
could just make a hit happen.
yeah, so it depends. Like, so there are versions of him that can do that. I think the one that I'm really like focusing on is the one from the show. So I don't really know like his upper level. I know like the light novels for Fate series, they go crazy, and they get to like weird multiversal stuff. This is why people wanted Gilgamesh versus Doom, right? Because like he gets to like ridiculous levels of power. The things that I really know that Gilgamesh is like main arsenal is he has like ancient
Like the sword.
relics. Well, not really. It's not really a spoiler. The show's been out forever, but if you haven't watched it, I highly suggest Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. They're both great shows.
Oh yeah, if they haven't seen it by now, it's their own fault. They know what they get into.
But there's this thing. There's these abilities that servants in Fate have called reality marbles, and to me they're just better domain expansions.
So what? Huh? Is it a special move in a marble?
So basically, it's like this. Basically think it looks like a Dragon Ball. But it's like a special ability that only specific servants have. So like King Arthur Saber in the Fate series doesn't have one, but her like holy relic can destroy them.
Okay, I know Saber. Now we talking.
Okay. So Saber has Excalibur, right? And Excalibur is like the ultimate sword, the ultimate kind of nullifier sword thing that can like cut through anything.
Right.
So reality marbles basically work like domain expansions. And I'd say the best like comparison is there's a scene. Well, you do get to unlike JJK where we get to see our first domain expansion used with Volcano Head. Jogo.
Jogo was he was the first to do it.
Yeah. So so we get to see that happen, and we get to like experience it. But then Gojo like immediately like flips it on its head and uses Infinite Void, right?
Yep. Yeah. Watch this.
In Fate, they have something very similar. Except the first time we get to see the reality marble used, it works. So Alexander the Great is one of the combatants in one of them. I think it's Unlimited Blade Works, and he's known as like the King of Conquerors or whatever. Also, I think this fight is really cool because it's the King of Kings versus the Honored One. And they both hold themselves in a very high regard.
I don't know much about the different versions of Gilgamesh, but if we're putting him at the peak of his power, he can't be stopped. He just can't be stopped.
So the one person that was able to stop him, and I think it's peak power for sure, because like, you know, Fate gets some weird scaling later. But here's the main thing with Gilgamesh. He has the ability to copy anybody's like holy relic, or he just has it already. Because everything that everybody gets ever comes from like his treasure trove, and he always has access to it.
I read that he had every weapon that's ever been created. He can portal from wherever he keeps it.
Yeah, and that's like so his holy relic is like his vault. And in his vault is every holy relic. It's really stupid. But it's really funny at the same time. So Alexander the Great activates his marble, and it actually works the first time he uses it in the show. So you get to see it like do its thing. And his ability is basically he gets to summon, he teleports the target to like a desert, and he charges at them with like an army.
Okay. So he just jumping somebody.
Yeah, pretty much. But the second time we get to see it used is kind of like more like when he's fighting Gilgamesh, and Gilgamesh kind of Gojos him and says, "Oh, this is a cute reality marble. Let me just pull out this holy relic," and then he like creates a hole in the marble, and like Alexander's armies just fall into the hole. Like there's nothing they can do. And he just launches swords at Alexander and just takes him out. And I'm just like, man, this guy's kind of wild. So I think he has weapons, at least, that can counteract a lot of what Gojo does.
Oh yeah, if he has every weapon known to man, that would include some weapons that. Well, are we crossing verses? Does that mean he has the weapon Toji used in the show?
Oh no. It would be just the stuff in his verse.
Okay, so I don't know all the weapons in his verse, but if he has anything that can like penetrate through defenses, oh, it's GG's. He's gonna shoot that at him.
Yeah.
Overwhelm him with the swords. It's rats.
See, I don't think the swords would actually do anything to Gojo, but I do think that he has counters to at least Infinite Void. And I don't know how well Hollow Purple would do against him.
I hear his defense is pretty crazy.
Yeah, his defense is wild. So the way that they beat him in Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, Unlimited Blade, whichever one's Unlimited Blade works, is the main character he has the ability to like copy weapons and like create them using his mana.
Okay.
Like he
So
just
they just copy all of Gilgamesh's stuff?
yeah, but not only does he have to like copy it, he has to copy it to the exact detail so that it can destroy the other. So that when the weapons clash, they both just disintegrate basically.
Oh, that's cool and lame at the same time.
Yeah, so
I
how
get the
he
premise.
beats Gilgamesh is Gilgamesh has a limit based off of the weapons in the vault, right?
Mhm.
So if the weapon doesn't get destroyed, it goes back to the vault, he can resummon it. But if the weapon is destroyed, it doesn't return to the vault.
Oh, so they just emptied his vault.
Yeah, so he basically had to take hits and break stuff and just try and basically outlast Gilgamesh's vault, which he eventually does.
That's
And then
crazy endurance.
yeah, and then he also just at the end is like, "Cool, you ain't got no weapons. I still got a sword." Bah!
What do he do? Lobotomize him?
Yeah, he just stabs him. Probably.
Hilarious.
I don't remember. I just remember like Gilgamesh is like, "There's no way a mortal can beat me," and then he just gets killed. And that's how the I forget which Holy Grail war. That's how that Holy Grail war ended.
So we know Gojo can't do that.
Yeah.
Get rid of that win con.
See, I don't know. Can he? Has he ever been? Has he ever destroyed a weapon, like a cursed energy weapon, in JJK?
No, I don't think so.
I know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he could if he black flashes a sword. I'm sure he could break the sword, but we've never seen him do.
See, I'm trying to make an argument for Gojo here, because like
Bro, I love Gojo, but it's GG's.
yeah, I think it is GG's.
I want to fight for Gojo, but I just can't. Not in this case.
Yeah, I think this is like Gojo finally has hit an overwhelming opponent.
He had a good streak. He went 3 up. He got hold this L though.
Speaking of overwhelming opponents,
coming to the stage, Jared from Dragon Ball Super
Universe 8.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no.
Universe 9.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. He's from one of the other universes in the Dragon
I know
Ball
it's not 10 or
multiverse.
11 because they're too strong.
10 or 11's too strong?
Yeah, there was like 2 universes they couldn't invite because King of All was like their power's just too strong compared to y'all's.
Damn. They're going to be villains in future seasons, I feel like.
Yeah, I want to see them go to those universes because
Yeah.
apparently all of them are just like dumb strong. Bro, I need to see who lives there.
Yeah. It's going to be like Jiren as a Super Saiyan. he like
That'd be hilarious. Everybody's like 10 times stronger than Jiren on a base level.
well, I mean, if anybody can overpower Jiren, that's an impressive feat on its own.
Yeah, and I'll
'Cause
tell
they
you
kind
what,
of-
Gojo can't.
Yeah, they had to jump this man to just beat him. And
And they didn't even beat him. They just knocked him off the platform.
yeah, I mean they didn't
Like-
they had to break down his will enough to knock him off the platform though, cuz he could float, right?
No, they disabled abilities to fly.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, so
See,
Android 17 snuck attack him after Frieza tried to get the last hit. Android 17 was just like pow and blew up his platform and he just fell.
Really? Is that what happened? Sorry,
Yeah.
I saw that a few times and I didn't understand what happened.
Yeah, now at the start of the fight they say unless you have natural wings, so like winged creatures can fly, nobody else can fly. So that's what it was like. You gotta stay on your platform. If you fall, you're out. So they didn't actually beat Jiren. He was handling everybody. They just knocked him off the platform.
Yeah, and if Goku ain't handling you, then neither is Gojo.
Yeah.
This is the off counter first one, which was Homelander versus Gojo. I was like, we need to find a match that is just like it's really obvious that Gojo's not winning.
Nothing Gojo does would even hurt Jiren.
You know, and it's kind of funny because they're semi-similar a little bit because they're both like characters who can take every single punch thrown at them. Does it
Literally.
does it hit Jiren? Like actually hit him?
Does what?
Like punches. or is it just like does his presence like endure it? Like I don't really know how Jiren works. I just know that I had to box Golden Frieza and Super Saiyan Goku.
Yeah, he was actually punching, but he can put pressure on you. He can apply mad pressure and just make you like cower. His power is that strong where if you're not like at a good enough level, you're just like sink at his feet.
Yeah, and I don't think
He's stronger than the guy. He's stronger than a potential destroyer. So like, what was it? His little friend dude had the power of the destroyer when he was fighting Vegeta. Jiren was still stronger than him.
Understood.
And that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be another Gojo L for sure.
Yeah, Gojo could do hollow purple, boom, not going to leave a scratch. Gojo could do unlimited void, hit tried to freeze time, and Jiren still broke out of that, bro. Your domain's about to get broken. Yeah. Nothing he has is going to work.
He definitely could just will a domain to be broken, which is crazy to think about.
Exactly. He'll look him dead in his eyes and be like, fold. And this man will just crumble.
Which is unfortunate because I don't think Gojo would just like willingly fold. I think he would try and resist it, but it wouldn't be enough.
Yeah, no. Jiren has heat, and his heat is just gonna demolish Gojo.
Yeah, he really out here.
That is. In worst case scenario, he could just blow up the planet. That's my always fallback. Like you could just blow up the planet and fly away.
Yeah, I don't think he would blow up the planet. I think he could just like take out Gojo. Could he fly without turning him into power?
Yeah, he could fly without.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, he did. Yeah, that he wins. He could just. He doesn't need oxygen to breathe, I'm guessing, or does he?
It's never stated, but he's an alien, so I'm guessing he doesn't.
I'm gonna assume he could survive in space longer than Gojo.
Yeah,
because he could just take him into outer space, and then Gojo would have Gojo would have nothing.
Well, this was an easy one.
Yeah,
Jiren winning.
So we got Gojo right now is 3-2.
3-2. Okay, so Gojo's still positive. Net positive.
Yeah.
And some of those might change.
And it's 4:30.
That Shanks fight might change.
It's 4:30, and
down the line potential.
Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, let's run up the next gauntlet.
All right. So we actually had a secondary gauntlet going in case, depending on how long this one took. And there is a whole another set
of challenges,
of combatants.
Sans, you're up. Come on down.
Starting with the one person that I know you definitely had to look into for this.
You said he has 1 HP. He's not winning. He's not winning this fight. He has 1 HP. All Gojo has to do is a remote hollow purple. It's gonna hit him. 1 HP is done.
How fast is Gojo?
I would have to look it up to be precise. Hold on to your butts. How fast is Gojo? Let's see.
I'm also looking at
Gojo. He was able to eliminate 1,000 transfigured humans within the span of just 5 minutes. That's not a speed. That's all people are saying. Considering that lightning travels 1,000 times the speed of sound, Gojo Satoru's comfortably hypersonic.
Speed is massively hypersonic. Sans blitzes.
He has 1 HP, bro.
Yeah, but he's also much faster.
Can he penetrate infinity?
So here's what I now have to ask. Infinity runs off of like Gojo's ability to intercept if something is an attack, or does it define
it's an automatic.
Itself?
It defines it itself.
Okay,
he has it as an automated system.
It has the so. I think the real question here is: can Sans get off an attack that would be faster than the refresh thing that Gojo has to do, like his reaction? His reactive mind. Which I don't think he could, but I also don't think Gojo can hit Sans.
Nah, man, he could definitely hit him. all he gotta do is do a range and do an AoE. The man has 1 HP. I can't respect him. He has 1 HP. AoE's out the wazoo. Something's gonna connect.
Yeah, but he also has some of the hardest attacks to dodge. in Undertale.
But because in Undertale, you're just a kid, right?
In Undertale, you're like equal to Sans.
So you're a kid god, kind of.
Yeah. Well, there's two characters you play as in Undertale, depending on which route in the story you decide to take. There's Frisk and there's Chara, and they both are relatively even in terms of power. I think it's Frisk. But anyways, the character you play as is Chara. Let's just leave it at that. If you decide to go the Frisk route, you can. But basically, you can kill everything in the world. And it's like you do have like the power of your heart in Kingdom, like it is kind of Kingdom Heartsy, I guess, in some form or fashion. But I think the big thing is Gojo's range, which is the 2 meter, right?
I think it is 2 meters. I don't know. It might be increased.
The big question is could Sans overwhelm Gojo enough to where Infinity would get overwhelmed and then lose? And could Gojo dodge it?
But Sans has 1 HP, bro. If Gojo does a red and sucks him in, and then does a purple, it's over.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's... Whoa, why did we lose audio? No, we didn't. Okay.
No, we still good.
Yeah. But if... Sorry. So
all Gojo got to do is breathe on this man. It's huff and puff, and he getting blown down.
He's a wall level. He's definitely a wall level, but his power output is also wall level. Never mind. I think Sans loses. He just dodges forever.
I'm saying that dodging ain't gonna help when it's a big old AOE. He just need 1 ounce of curse energy to seep into his pores, and it's over.
True. Okay.
I gotta give it to Gojo.
I'll concede. I'll give it to Gojo.
4-2, my boy back. He came back from the dead.
All right, next fight is... I forgot. I'm on the wrong slideshow. Boop. Aizen.
Oh, I know exactly where I'm going with this. It's GG's for Gojo, and let me tell you why. Aizen needs you to look at his Bankai, to look at his sword release. What does Gojo's eyes do? Just look at everything and analyze it automatically. It's GG's. He's caught up in the hypnosis.
Does
Kyoka Suigetsu,
no,
and it's over.
So there are 2 questions I'd like to ask about this fight. One, is the sword able to go through a blindfold?
What, Kyoka?
Yeah. Like, Gojo has a blindfold on.
Gojo would take that off. He ain't fighting with no blindfold on.
He fights with a blindfold on all the time.
He fights characters that he knows he could low diff with a blindfold on.
Yeah.
Characters he knows he's gonna have to struggle. Oh no, his eyes are open.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then my second question is, can he see Aizen?
Well, if he can see curses, I'm assuming Shinigami work the same.
Okay.
So
then I'd probably give it to Aizen.
Yeah, I'm saying the power of hypnosis is too strong, and Aizen is probably faster.
Yeah, probably faster, probably a little bit more powerful.
Domain expansion can overload senses, though. Here's the thing. Somebody else tried to beat Aizen using, like, sensory stuff, and Aizen just literally was like, you're not on my level. So I don't know if Gojo's domain expansion would even help in an Aizen fight. Because Aizen's just so used to, like, his senses being manipulated or manipulating other senses. I don't think Gojo's domain expansion would work.
Yeah, what's his full name? Aizen's?
I don't know his last name. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know his sword's name, but I don't know his name. It's a quick Google search though. What?
Sosuke.
Sosuke Aizen. Okay.
Sosuke Aizen. Oh yeah, he wins off rip. His attack potency is moon level.
Oh yeah, they be blowing up hella stuff. He almost captains can literally destroy a town with just their Ryetsu. If they just unleash their energy, a whole town is about to be crushed to nothing.
Yep. Yep. All right. I'll give that to Aizen.
Easy dub. Sorry,
right.
Gojo, I love you, but 4-3. Gojo's dead.
All right. Now this is another one that you are gonna like basically be in control of the debate because I don't know anything about Lelouch.
So, physicality wise, Gojo wins easily. The big thing here is Lelouch has a Gios, that one eye, where if he looks you in the eye and he commands you to do something, you have to do whatever he commands you to do.
So do you
But
think? Do you think Gojo can beat him blindfolded?
you know what? Actually, yes, I do. But if Lelouch gets his mech, because he does have a mech, I don't know if he would come to the fight with it. If Lelouch gets his mech, Gojo would have to take off the blindfold. And then Lelouch could jump out of the cockpit and Gios him.
I don't think Gojo would need to remove the blindfold to beat the mech.
Do we know how thick Gojo's blindfold is? I swear he can see with underneath that blindfold.
I think he just senses things, dude. I don't think you need. I think the only time he needs to see is if it's an actual threat, and I don't think. Yeah, they're about pretty similar in attack potency, so maybe. But Gojo
wouldn't come into a fight with his blindfold on now.
Gojo blitzes too, by the way.
Speed! I forgot about speed. So the question is, can Lelouch get his Gios off before Gojo?
And I don't think that's happening.
You know, I was really hoping there was a chance, but I'm okay conceding this because realistically, yeah, Gojo.
Yeah, because so Lelouch. I'm reading this thing. To intercept as long as the 7th generation nightmares like the Lancelot. So I think he gets faster when he's in his Gios, right? His mech.
Oh yeah, when he's in his mech, yeah.
Yeah. So until then, he is below average human.
Oh yeah, he weak as a human.
Yeah,
but his eye is where I'm like. Fun fact:
he has a good reaction speed
for Gojo.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sorry, the blindfold.
The blindfold for Gojo is to lessen his information input, but he can see in all directions at all times.
Oh, so he basically has like a Byakugan on.
Yeah, it's like if Kakashi had a Byakugan but just covered it.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Like back with Aizen, like, do you have to physically look at the sword, or can it be like sensed in other ways to be put into an illusion?
You have to see. You would have to see him release his sword.
Yeah. I don't think that is as strong against Gojo as we think it's going to be, but Gojo definitely would lose just because Aizen outstats.
Oh yeah, and Aizen's immortal.
Yeah.
At the end.
Oh, he is. So you don't think Hollow Purple would do anything to him?
Nah, bro, that's not doing a thing.
It's not. It wouldn't act like a spirit orb, or like.
No, Aizen would eat that for breakfast.
Okay.
Aizen ate I think Hado. Somebody else did Hado 98 or 99, which is like second or the strongest magic spell in Bleach, and he was just like, "Oh, that's fun. Let me show you what a real one looks like," and just fires it back.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Lelouch would lose. I'm okay.
Yeah. So Lelouch has a chance if he starts in his mech, but as soon as he's not in the mech, he just is done.
Yeah, I'm okay admitting that Lelouch loses. I just thought the Gios would be a fun wrench to throw in. I command you, Gojo, to die. He's just like, okay. Yeah.
He shoots Hollow Purple at himself.
Just he eats his own energy. Yeah.
Anyway.
It was wishful thinking.
Yeah, so my reasoning, like, before we even get into like the Code Geass side of things, especially with the mech, is like in the recent seasons, Mahito fought a mech.
Oh, and he did lose.
And he
he had to do a surprise attack to win. Well, homie was beating him up in that mech.
No, I'm pretty sure the mech was losing. He was just following
Mahito's
straps.
Mechamaru hit him with that mean beam. He finna disintegrate this man, and he thought he was dead and was like, all right, now let me walk away, and got suckered.
Yeah, a little bit, but like also at the same time, it's like Mechamaru had to drop his guard because he was almost out of energy.
That's also true.
But
that giant mech was handling Mahito for. Well, no, I guess it was back and forth.
Yeah,
he had to unleash one of his special attacks, and those were limited. But when he started unleashing the special attacks, he got that. He was getting that dub.
Yeah, I wish we got Mechamaru longer though. Unfortunate.
He's a traitor. Can't respect him. That's what I tell myself to not feel sad.
It is, but then he also like tried to warn everybody.
After being a reason.
In the kind of like I mean, they found him, so they could like basically say, "All right, we're gonna kill you unless you help us." So, which is basically the deal they made.
And he was like, "Give me a new body, and I'll tell you everything." He was snitching on his own crew.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Let's imagine without Mekamaru, they would have never been able to capture Gojo.
He was planning.
Well, they probably would.
He was planning on being a triple backstab.
Yeah, and they sensed it too, and they were like, "Yeah, nah, we'll grant your wish, and we'll kill you right after it."
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that was their plan. I think that's why he had his backup to their plan.
yeah, he knew it too. He was like, "They're gonna try to kill me.
Yeah,
I'll get them first."
like they're not gonna go through with this deal. They're just gonna kill me after they finish it. Like it was kind of like it's kind of like most genie wishes. It's like you have a wish, you make it, but like there's always the catch. The monkey's paw.
Scumbag.
Yeah.
The scumbag catching your wish.
Anyways, so another Gojo victory.
Yep. What's that? 5-3.
5-3.
Gojo up
And Gojo going down.
against Kakashi. This ain't even double Mangekyo. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we'll go with the strongest version of Kakashi, just versus the strongest version of Gojo.
So does that mean he's getting double Mangek and perfect Susan?
Did he ever have that in the show?
At the end, he had it for like because Obito temporarily gave him his eye, which granted him the powers, but he didn't get to keep it. So it was like maybe he had it for an hour. So I don't think he technically should get it. Because Obito has a ghost who's like, "Ooh, here's my eye," and then the powers vanish.
So, if we're doing this in like the death battle rules,
Then no.
they kind of would. I think they would give that to Kakashi, even though it's not something that he like has all the time.
That's why I don't think they would, because they only give your typical arsenal.
But if you look at the Obito fight with Darth Vader, they gave Obito stuff that he needed prep and outside help to use.
These new rules be tripping.
Yeah.
Then in that case, we can give it to him. I think it's still.
I think it's close. He definitely has a higher attack potency with purple lightning.
Who, Kakashi?
Yeah. He's
what purple lightning he got?
Harmed. It says he harmed Koji, albeit it was a shadow clone, but he, yeah, he gets the multi-continental and moon.
I really don't remember purple lightning.
I would think this is because of the Susanoo.
Oh, okay.
Susanoo gets him to at least multi-continental and high-end, maybe moon level.
Yeah, a perfect Susanoo, that can probably beat Gojo.
Yeah, and that's above anything Gojo has. Let me look at speed real quick, though.
Speed, I'm still giving to Gojo. I gotta give it to Gojo.
Yeah, so Gojo does get a little bit outpaced.
By Kakashi?
Yeah, so what I'm seeing is like on the low end, Kakashi is massively hypersonic, which is Gojo's high end. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess the Chidori was like supposed to be lightning fast.
Yeah, so it would depend if you think. Do you think the Chidori would pierce infinity? I don't think it would.
No, not a chance.
So maybe it would be something more. Would Gojo? Because he also has access to that Obito ability with the ball that like puts you in the other dimension, right?
You mean Kamui?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has that.
So, would Kamui be an end to this fight?
If he puts him in another dimension,
or is so like, I think what we need to break down here is the difference between Kamui and Infinite Void.
Infinite Void is just you being your brain being flooded with information.
Yeah, but so like but it's a domain expansion, correct?
Yeah.
So it's not so. It's the question here is more of would Kamui work similar to a domain expansion, or they have two separate functions?
That's a great question. That Kamui would be a separate function because you can do that. He can use it on himself, or he can use it on a place or a person. So I think
Okay,
that's a separate function.
gotcha.
So he can teleport himself, and if he's touching somebody, that person goes with him. He can shoot it off as a projectile. He can just try to teleport Gojo. I don't know if Infinity would be able to save him. If he teleports the space around Gojo, it would include him.
Yeah,
So I guess Kamui would.
I think Kamui would actually be the thing that
But
ends this fight. But
depending on where he teleports him to, like Gojo's not dying. He's just not in front of Kakashi anymore.
wouldn't would Gojo die without food in the Kamui dimension?
I mean, yeah, I guess if he leaves him there.
Yeah,
Yeah, if he drops him off, then sure.
yeah. I feel like this is one of those fights where it's like the fight would not end this way, but this would be like a major reason as to why Gojo would lose is because Kakashi could just use Kamui and just leave him there. And
He could.
while reverse curse technique,
Obito's done it.
yeah, while reverse curse technique would be like keep Gojo alive for a little bit. I I want to say he still needs food to live. Correct? Like I don't
Does
know.
he
I
eat?
don't.
I mean, he does eat.
He does eat, but does he
At
need
the end of the
to?
day, he's still a human.
Yeah, I mean they're
At the
both.
end of the day, he's still a human. So I think he has to eat.
Yeah, I can see that.
We see him snacking on stuff all the time. So yeah, he's gotta need some kind of food for his body to function.
I think
Cursed
we're
energy ain't his food.
I think we're getting to where it's going to be 5-4, and we have one fight left. You ready for the last one?
I'm ready. Let's give this to Kakashi.
All right.
What is
In the
that?
left
Five?
corner,
It's
we
5-4,
have
right?
the honored one, and in the right corner, we have the sun sin, the lion sin of pride, Escanor.
Oh, this is easy. This ain't tough for me. Gojo all day.
Can Gojo
That's
withstand the power of the sun?
absolutely, absolutely. Gojo withstood the power of a volcano. He could definitely.
The
The sun is,
volcano's
is a lot
nowhere
hotter,
near
but
the sun.
I'm saying, like Infinity easily negated that heat. It'll do the same to Escanor's attack,
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
and then Escanor.
I think Escanor is very powerful, but I don't think I think the hack of Infinity is gonna win that. And
Oh, for sure,
I think Gojo could at least outlast the high noon ability of Escanor.
absolutely. Then
Yeah.
catch him with a couple black flashes. It's GG.
Yeah.
They hitting him with an unlimited void because Escanor's the type to not avoid an attack. He'll eat that unlimited void. Brain dead.
Yeah,
GG's.
hollow purple. Hollow
Yep, easy
purple.
work.
You thought that killed me? Who decided that?
I only die if I say I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Kind of true though. He did kind of like give me this power so I may kill them before
And he
I
did
die.
fight he did fight Meliodas' dad. Although he got worked that fight. That was the one time Escanor got worked.
He got worked a little bit, and I think didn't he like use like the last bit of his like life essence to basically like beat him.
Yeah. Well, he didn't beat him, but he just brought time for Meliodas to come back
Okay.
and tag in. But it was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Gojo easy.
Like
Gojo
I think Escanor has more destructive power. And I think that's just because of the smaller scale of Jujutsu Kaisen.
yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen's kind of human based.
Yeah, which is funny because I was watching I think it was like a TikTok, and it was they were asking about Geto versus Shigaraki, and
Shigaraki.
I was that was my brain's like Geto is not like I feel like the only person in oh wait no it was Geto versus not Shigaraki, it was Geto versus full power Deku.
With control of all his abilities?
Yeah.
Oh, Deku, easy.
Yeah, my brain was like, Geto is. The person that was making the video, their response to it was that MHA is just not as strong a verse as JJK. And I'm
That's
like,
such a lie.
what do you mean? like my
I don't
brain's
even like My Hero, but that's a lie.
I'm like the whole thing with the Shibuya incident, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is like easily equal to the end of the first war arc.
Yeah. Like,
My
does
Hero
bro not know about Prominence Burn and Stars and Stripes? Come on.
No. He like keeps up with stuff, but I like the anime at least.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was more of just like a personal bias thing.
It gotta be.
Like
because that's nonsense.
kind of like how you can be with Power Rangers sometimes.
Power Rangers. Oh yeah, the Red Ranger would have beat Gojo easily. We should have threw the Power Rangers in here. The Time Force Rangers, they'll go back in time and catch him as a kid. Him being born, ow, one to the head.
Dude,
Power Rangers win.
Dude, if they did time travel, it'd be like, Gojo's more like, you just taught me this lesson a lot earlier, so now I'm just much more stronger in the future.
Nah, the Power Rangers finna work Gojo.
Nah, I don't think they could. I don't think they can overwhelm Infinity.
Nah, they can. The Morphin Grid. Oh yeah, we about to unload on the Infinity.
Maybe. I don't know. Another debate for another day.
Yeah, Power Rangers for life.
Anyway, so Gojo ends the 6-4.
Yeah, 6-4.
All right, let's take a look at all the fights again. So we got a win against Homelander, pretty easy win there.
Yeah, super easy.
We got a pretty close fight with Shanks, but it win.
To be determined if we see more from Shanks.
Yeah, and a fight with Yami that would be a stalemate for the most part.
Yeah.
It would
But
just come to who
6 times out of 10 we think Gojo would win.
Yep. And a 10 times out of 10 Gilgamesh victory over Gojo.
Yeah.
And a 10 out of 10 Jiren victory. All Jiren's would be all early. Gilgamesh would all be late game wins.
Yep.
10 out of 10 Gojo victory over Sans Undertale.
Oh, yep. I think so.
Aizen would decimate.
Easily. No
Lelouch gets decimated.
Of course. Hollow Purple.
And Kakashi is... Kakashi and Yami are probably the two closest fights in the gauntlet that we've made today.
Yeah, I think Kakashi has a wide arsenal.
Yeah,
that's why I lean more. I guess I would lean more towards Kakashi.
Yeah, and I think that's just because Naruto has like a longer runtime and had like more world to explore, whereas JJK has like its story and it's setting out to tell it. It just wants to finish it.
Yeah, but I'll go on record if Kakashi doesn't get double Mangek, I think Gojo will win.
Yeah, I think.
But with double, Kakashi got
maybe he still has imperfect Susanoo, right?
Nah, he don't got any Susanoo with one eye.
Oh.
Yeah, he got Kamui still, but
he got Kamui.
His Kamui's it's limited and it needs a charger.
Okay, and then we have 7 out of 10 times Gojo win against Escanor.
Yeah. Oh, 7 out of 10? Nah, 10 out of 10.
I don't think it's 10 out of 10. I think Escanor. If Escanor gets the right hit at high noon, I think maybe 9 out of 10. But like I don't think it's fully 10 out of 10.
High noon, he has a chance. I'll give you that. He got that 60-second spurt.
Yeah. But that's it for today.
A solid Gojo Gauntlet. Gojo comes up net positive, but still, the ones he lost, Gojo would get destroyed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The ones he lost bad.
Yeah, it was not close in some of those.
But overall, Gojo's such a interesting character to pit against other people because it's like finding the limits of what he can do versus finding the limits of what other people can do.
Yeah, I feel
that's
like
what makes me so interesting.
I feel like what the internet needs to do now is not, but does he beat Goku? I think it needs to be, but does he beat Gojo?
That's a good one. Gojo's more realistic for people to beat. Goku's
yeah, well, and Gojo is also very. So it's the interesting debate of does his hack work better than their abilities.
Yes. And that'll separate the strong from the weak.
Yeah, and it's also, I honestly think it's more of an interesting debate, even though like it's like, oh, but can he beat Goku because he's like universal power kind of thing? But I think there's definitely like outside of Marvel DC, there are definitely some verses I want to see Gojo fight against.
Yeah, I'd like to. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. That's a whole can of worms. Gojo's.
What's the can of worms?
Gojo should be the new mama.
We're at the end here. Just
I'd like to see Gojo fight Saitama because Saitama can't one punch him, so I think he would lose. I think he'll get hit with unlimited void and lose.
No, I think Saitama would win.
See, can of worms.
It is a can of worms. I feel like this is one of those debates for another day. Like,
yeah, I think currently instead of can he beat Goku, Gojo should be the mile marker. This is what determines if a character is really strong or not. Can they beat Gojo? Because he can be beat.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.
Appreciate y'all tuning into the Otakuz podcast.
And we are going to be filmed. I like how we filmed at the 1st of January and the 1st of February.
Hey, it's the 1st of the month. No copyright. What copyright? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So we're still figuring out stuff here and working on scheduling and stuff. Right, second episode, y'all catching us early. Keep rocking with your boys. It's only gonna get better from here.
Absolutely. I want to say we should try and film in try and record in like 2 weeks, maybe.
2 weeks, I'm down.
Yeah, just reach out to me and we'll figure out a time.
And, for sure.
And I think we definitely need to get on setting up bingo.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. We got to do that.
And we got an outro.
We don't. But I don't. Thanks for watching the Otakuz podcast. Make sure you tune into every podcast that comes out. I don't know.
I forgot. What are your plans for the foreseeable future? Like, what are your stream plans for this week? I guess.
I'm streaming tomorrow. I got to do Smash 8 to 10. Saturday, I'm going to stream. I don't know what time, but it'll be random.
Okay.
And maybe I won't stream Saturday, but Sunday I do Mario Kart 7 to 9.
Yeah. Super Speedway Sundays with Mario Kart.
I like that. Super Speedway Sunday, Triple S.
And I think tomorrow, which today is the 1st, I'm going to be continuing my Baldur's Gate quest.
Hey, I'm doing that right after this. Y'all stick around for the stream.
All right. Thanks YouTube for being here. Thanks chat. I almost said something bad. Thanks chat.
Yeah, you were this close. I was like, oh, where's he going? Appreciate y'all. Chat, holla at me. Make sure y'all subscribe to both me and Chandler with a Z.
Follow me on Twitch.
And follow me on Crown Otaku on all socials.
Yeah. Death and Bees on most socials. I'm working on it.
And if you ain't down with that, we got 2 words for ya. Goodbye.
Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Bye, y'all.